Good morning, everybody. Welcome, Taurus, into your reading for this time of the year. I've been, planning to do a reading for you guys for quite some time, but oh well, we are here today, and you can see me shuffling all these cards. This will be the deck for the clarifiers that I normally pick up two decks here. One I have already shuffled, got it ready in the way, and this is happening right now. Okay, now energies, again, like I always say, quick reminder, guys, not every Taurus will be in this reading, but if it is your story, then so be it. Okay, take the guidance, catch up with what Spirit is trying to tell you, and understand it. Be wise about your life decisions, whatever that you are trying to do for yourself, and rely on your intuition first and foremost. That's very important, right? Because that's where everything is. Your intuition is your main ammunition. If you hear yourself, you know yourself, you will know what to do. But if you hear what others are trying to tell you, if you rely on others' opinions in your life, then it could be right, it could be wrong, but then you don't know, right? But if you hear your own self, your own voice, you will know what is right, what is wrong. You will be able to take the right call, the right decision. So it's very important for you guys to understand one thing, is your intuition is very important. Anything in life that you do, anything. New job, new career, new home, new family, new relationships, new anything. New anything. In life is all about your own understanding, your own voice, your own intuition in life. Very, very important. And this is something I wanted to tell everybody because friends, families, co-workers, strangers, acquaintances can tell you, do this, do that, don't do this, don't do that. You can get 1,000 advice, but what advice is within you, what you know is the best for yourself, is something you have to rely on, guys. Very important for you. Okay, Taurus, so here we go into this reading, and I'm getting the cards out, the base cards out in here. You can fast forward this portion if you don't want to see the cards right now until I'm ready to open up and channel the energies. That's fine, right? And of course, keep well, stay healthy, eat good, have a lot of sleep. Rest is essential in life. Take a break if you have to. Don't overwork. Don't stress out, because that doesn't really bear any fruits in the long run. So balance yourself. Basically balance yourself, right? That's important for everybody, for every human being, irrespective of any zodiac sign, right? I mean, whether it's Taurus, Capricorn, Cancer, Leo, Aquarius, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter, okay? So we have the base cards out, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Yeah, there are 10 cards. Now 10 is a close to some situation in your life. So maybe that's why I've got 10 cards out. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Okay. about this card here. If you're not able to see the cards outright, no problem, guys. You can see me reading the cards. I'll show it to you in case you're not able to see it on the camera on your screen. Don't be perturbed. I'll show it to you. And I'm not putting a timeline on this reading. Take it in the way it resonates with your understanding. It can be today, tomorrow, day after, next week, 10 days later. It can be any time, okay? But we'll see. So take it in the way it resonates with your understanding, your wisdom, your sense of intuition, your knowledge. Very important. We all have a brain, guys. We don't want to use it. That's our choice. But if you want to use your brains, your logic, your common sense, then do it. Okay, wherever I have questions, I will re-clarify those questions with the same deck here. But as of now, I'm just taking the first layer out as clarifiers to see what direction this reading is heading towards, okay? Hold on with me, guys. All right. Now, if I move the clarifiers away for the first base cards in here, we'll come to the clarifiers later. The first card out says the Eight of Cups. Okay, so there is a situation in your life, guys, that you want to leave behind. Okay, let me be very crystal clear about this. Something you want to abandon, something that is not emotionally fulfilling to you. Can be your job, can be your home, can be your relationship, can be anything. A family situation, a domestic problem, something that you are not happy about and you want to abandon that situation. You don't want to think about it. You don't want to be there. But then you have the Seven of Wands in the reverse. But what is happening, guys, over here? Like I said, you want to do it. You have that inclination to leave behind a certain situation in your life that you are not feeling fulfilled with or in. Okay, but at the same time, you're lacking that courage. You're lacking the guts. There is a lack in here. There is a block in here with the Seven of Wands in the reverse. You don't have the courage at this point in time to do what you want to do, like what you're thinking emotionally of doing, right? Your emotions are playing up, but the courage is not there at this point in time, right? So there is a lack of, could be your financial stability, could be your job stability, could be any kind of stability that you're lacking, Taurus, at this point. Maybe you're not having enough support. Your support system is weak. Could be anything at this point. Okay. So, which is where the Nine of Swords in the reverse says again, you're feeling very, it's a learning lesson. Let me put it that way. Right? You are learning, or you have learned a lesson of not doing things right for yourself, where you're lacking that stability, you're feeling that anxiety, you're feeling that kind of depression within yourself, and logical, right? It's very, very mental, that you are not happy about the situation. Maybe you are regretting the fact, for some, that you haven't taken that action when you had to take this action. right? You could not stand up for what is right for you, or what you want, or what you think you want for yourself. So there is a regret, there is a learning lesson, there is some kind of anxiety, like I said. You're not feeling happy about that situation in your mental state of mind, right? You're trying to fight that situation off. You're trying to fight that fear off within yourself, but it's there. So some of you guys will be going through that state of anxiety, depression, you know, feeling overburdened with some kind of guilt, anything that you are within, holding it within yourself. You're not telling others, but you're trying to fight that sensation off within yourself, but not being completely able to do it at this point in time, which is where the world in the reverse says that this cycle is still continuing for you, Taurus. You have not completed the cycle as of today, as of now. There is no close to the story, that you are feeling, or you're going through, or you are, logically, mentally, you are going through a state of anxiety, trying to fight every fear off, telling yourself that it'll be okay, that you will find back your stability, you will find back your courage, you will find back the job you love. Something, something, like I said, it can be a job, it can be a business, it can be a family situation. For some, it could be financial stability at stake here. Okay? So, yeah, the cycle is still not completed, guys. It's not completed. It's still very much incomplete at this point, okay? So, what is happening is Spirit is saying, yeah, this was the middle card, okay? So, Spirit is saying, 6 of Wands. Spirit is saying you will find victory out of this situation. Whatever is troubling you at this point, you will find your way through. You will find some kind of a victory, provided the devil in the reverse, provided, and it's right in the center of your reading, provided you can overcome this problem. And the problem is that of some kind of attachment to negative situations in life. This could be an attachment you have towards your own negative situation. You're feeling that you're not being able to be in the place where you want to be. You're not being able to do what you want to do. You're not being able to fulfill your wishes of what you want in life, lacking behind in some kind of stability. So that could also mean an attachment that you have with the wrong situation or the wrong thinking in your life, right? So this is where, guys, the 6 of Wands says that Spirit is saying that you can do this if you want to, right? It's not something that you cannot fight it out. You can win over the situation, provided you can free yourself from this problem here, provided that you can make yourself understand that not everything is over at this point. There are a lot of other things that you have to think about, or think positively about, more so, because, guys, if you think negative, you get negative result. I'm not saying that if you think positive, everything will be positive. Not that I'm saying that. I'm not trying to say that. I'm not trying to enforce that on you. But what I'm trying to say is, if your mind is negative all the time, if you're pulled down all the time, if you feel you don't have that courage, if you feel that you don't have that stability, if you feel that you don't have that financial backing or that support system, and you're very cornered by yourself, then yes, that's again a negative attachment. That's what Spirit is saying, that if you keep yourself in that cycle of life, then you won't be able to overcome that problem. That's why the cycle is still on, you see here. And then you have the Three of Pentacles in the reverse. So this is an attachment, again, an attachment of thinking about situations in life that you don't have a support system, you don't have people, you don't have a teamwork, that you're all alone, that you're doing everything by yourself, that nobody is there to back you up, hold your hands, take care of you, or run for you, or do some kind of chores for you. Even at work, probably you're doing everything by yourself. You're not getting the help of your colleagues, co-workers. So you kind of feel drained over the situation when you're trying to do everything by yourself, right? But this is a negative thinking. That's what Spirit is saying. That don't think that you're alone and that you're taking the entire burden over yourself. You're doing everything that you should not be working so hard on and stuff like that, but yet you are still fighting over that situation to get things in place, right? But it's again a very negative thought process. See, negative situations does not always mean it comes with people. It sometimes does. When people are toxic, they're bringing a lot of toxicity in your life. They are coming with negative situations. Excuse me. They're coming with bad problems. It can happen. But what you absorb is what you get. So if you're going to absorb that negativity from other people, if you're thinking that, oh, I don't have anybody and I'm all alone doing everything by myself, and bringing that world down on your shoulders, feeling that stress and burden within yourself, you will feel negative, you will be attached to negative thinking, and that will be a drain on your own life. That was the message here, right? Let's move to the next one. Then you have the Page of Cups. So Spirit is saying, be emotionally mature about the situation. Don't take everything so literally and so seriously that you're not being able to do anything much or feel emotionally happy for yourself. So be emotionally mature about a situation in your life that has been a drain or is a drain for you, like I said. With the Four of Wands. Okay, so this could mean that a relationship, a family, financial, some safety, stability, something about your stability in life, something that concerns your happiness, your stability. Could be financial, relationship, could be job security, could be a home, a place of comfort, anything that brings about a feeling of stability in your life. So something, you have to be very emotionally at this point. That's a story here, guys. What Spirit is saying, that if you get tied up to negativity in your life, you will not find a way out. So you have to focus or refocus your energy. Even though things might not be there for you, you feel that it's not in the rightful place, yes, so be it. But you have the right to be emotionally mature about it, about your understanding of what stability can mean to you. Keep yourself happy. Don't let other situations bog you down. We'll see what is happening here. Don't let other people, other situations, other factors in life bog you down. Because if you let people bog you down, if you let situations bog you down, then again, negative attachment. So you have to cut that off. Sever. Chop, chop, chop. Okay. The last card out says, Taurus, this is your card, the King of Pentacles. Men, women, doesn't matter. So somebody wants to be back in the game. So if you can regroup yourself, if you can re-energize your own understanding, your own wisdom, there is every possibility for you to find yourself back in the game with your confidence, with your strength, with your courage, with your money, with your stability, with your life, with your well-being, period. That's the base card talking about, okay. Now, let's get into the clarifiers, okay. So we'll find out a little bit more what's happening in here as we move into the reading, okay. All right, so we have the Four of Wands 2 times here. So this is a story about some kind of stability in your life. When a card is repeated, there is a message in here. Okay, so with the Eight of Cups, like I said, you want to be emotionally free of some kind of a situation in your life that you are not feeling happy about, or you have not been satisfied with in your life, right? With that, you have the Page of Wands. So the Page of Wands is bringing about a message in your life in here at this point, because pages are all about messages in your life. Okay, let's see. Why is the Page of Wands here? Some kind of a message for you, Taurus. Something that involves your emotions in here is what I'm getting. Okay, you have to break free. You have to understand your own situation in life, what you really want, what you don't want, where you want, and how much you want it. That's important. Okay, so here it is, guys. So like the Eight of Cups, okay, then you have the Page of Wands. Now the Page of Wands is all about ideas. So somebody could be bringing about an idea to you. Somebody who is younger to you could be telling you, do this, do that, giving you some kind of an idea to move, right? Or it can be you who is having those ideas spring up. There could be a lot many ideas at this time. Now, what happens with the Page of Wands, guys, is sometimes, this is in general, I'm talking about, you know, when you're very thrilled about something, like you have a new idea, one leads to the other, the second one leads to the third one leads to the fourth. So there could be multiple ideas that can be coming to you at this point in time, but you have to stick to one, because with the Page of Wands, there is a confusion attached to all the ideas too, because if you are going one after the other, then you are not sticking to one particular idea, where again there could be dilemmas, confusions, and chaos. Okay, so the Page of Wands is all about future prospect, all about moving forward, all about going ahead. With that, the Queen of Cups in the reverse says that somebody could be telling you to move forward, but you could be feeling stuck. This is a block. Emotionally, you could be codependent on somebody. That could be one. You could be emotionally insecure. That could be the second part of the story. Or somebody could be manipulating you emotionally. There is a block here with your emotions, or with somebody coming in the picture and saying, no, 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 you can't do that. That's not right. Emotionally, this person could have some kind of a game plan here for themselves. That also could be a factor. Please talk to me about the Queen of Cups in the reverse. But somebody who is not open to ideas, yeah, the king of sword in the reverse, yeah. Somebody who is emotionally manipulative could also be mentally manipulative, you see. Somebody who is leading you towards a wrong direction in life and telling you to do something that you know you don't want to do, but at the same time, you are being manipulated, or you have become manipulative towards something in your life. It also can be that, right? Somebody who has been emotionally dominating you for a long time, not opening their heart, but keeping you under their grasp and control, can also be a part of the story. Please talk to me about the king of sword in the reverse, which could be that same energy, or it can be a different energy that you have understood that you're not going to be dominated emotionally. It can be anything for anybody. Yeah, oh, the king of wand in the reverse. No. Okay, so what I'm getting, guys, is over here, Spirit is saying you have to leave the situation. Something that is not agreeable in your life or to your happiness. Something that's not contributing to your success emotionally in life. Okay, Page of Wand says it's time to move forward. But like I told you, could be many ideas floating in yourself, or could be somebody coming up with different versions of ideas towards you, right? Somebody who's younger, but this is where emotionally somebody could have been very manipulative. That can be even yourself. Like I said, you could be codependent, you could be emotionally insecure, you're not ready to open your heart towards something, some situation in your life, and you have been mentally manipulative over this situation because you don't want to get emotionally involved with somebody in your life, for some of you. So you have been trying to, work your way out of this situation. For some, it can be that. The king of wand in the reverse says it is all because of your ego, Taurus. It's all excuse me, it's all to do with some kind of an ego that you have of your flesh. Then you don't want to open your heart. You don't want to say the right thing for some. You don't want to admit that you are in the wrong. You don't want to apologize. Could be anything. Or you don't want to accept somebody in your life in the rightful way, right? And it's all tumbling down to the fact that ego of the flesh, right? Which is where the problem has been. And this is where the page of pentacle in the reverse, again, there is a block here, says that this is where you have failed to manifest something in your life that would have otherwise been better for you. Okay? But what you have done is, because you have failed, the Ten of Wand in the reverse says that you're still carrying a lot of burden from your past over your head even today. It's time to free yourself. It's time to free. So you're learning, you are also learning from your failures in life, that you have not been able to start something fresh because of a lot of burdens in your life that you have been carrying from past 10 years. Could be that for some. But whatever the situation is, you have not been able to start anything fresh in your life is only because you have not given up on your egotistical state. Lot of ego. I'm going to hold on to that story. I'm going to fight through that. I'm going to take all the pressure. I'm going to bear all the burdens because my ego tells me I am a superhuman being. Ego. ego of the flesh, ego of your understanding. It's completely, and this is where the whole story has gone in a different direction in your life, Taurus. Right? You have not been able to start anything fresh because you feel that you have a lot of burdens, and until you can delegate that particular burden over to other people, you will not be able to start anything. So you have been, in return, you have been carrying that burden over your head and shoulders for whatever amount of time. Because of what? Because of ego. Right? Okay. So, Seven of Wands in the reverse says lack of stability. You feel that, again, like I said, you don't have the courage, you couldn't stand up for yourself, you couldn't do the right things. The Queen of Wands in the reverse says somebody is pissed over this situation. Please talk to me about the Queen of Wands. Somebody who is pissed over this situation because you could not stand up for your own right, you see. So it is somebody who could be pissed over the situation, or it could be you today feeling bad about the situation. You could be pissed at your own doings. You know, why did I do that? It can be anything for anyone. Why did I do this? The Knight of Wands, the Knight of Pentacles, The Knight of Pentacles upright says, okay, leave that behind, whatever it is. When you are angry or frustrated, or somebody is angry or frustrated over your situation in life where they feel that you are weak and it's not suiting their purpose. They don't like weak people. They don't like people who are not able to fight for their own rights. Can be anything. Or you could be pissed at your own self that why you haven't stood up and fought for your own rights. Right? But the Knight of Pentacles here says it's action time. Whatever in the material world, right? Whatever has happened, okay, so be it. It's happened. So the Knight of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles in the reverse says that it's time to take action over loss in your life. Some kind of a loss situation that involves money, involves your home, your domestic front, involves your stability or inheritance, and can be anything. Please talk to me about the Ten of Pentacles in the reverse. It's a loss. Yeah, see, the Seven of Wands. It's a huge loss. It's a huge loss in your life that you are encountering at this point, Taurus, okay? Right? So Spirit is saying, leave that old situation of feeling angry, frustrated over a situation that you have not performed on, okay? Instead, focus on some situation in your life where you know that there is a lot of losses have been incurred, which is where the clarifier says, it's time to stand up here. See the Seven of Wands in the reverse, the Seven of Wands upright. It's time to take action. It's time to show your courage. It's time to get back your stability and say what you have to say. Do what you have to do. What you feel is right for you. Okay? The Five of Cups says that you have to fight against a lot of emotional defeat in your life. A defeat that had left you in grief. A lot of things have gone wrong emotionally. So you have to stand up and see how you can overcome that loss of the Ten of Pentacles in the reverse. And the main way to overcome that loss is to first overcome that sense of grief, disappointment, frustration. The Nine of Pentacles. It's only then you will be able to get back some kind of fruition, success, result in your life. With the Two of Wands says it's time for you to plan on your own success, your own fruition, your own life independence. So, very important message over here, guys, is you stand up against your own emotional grief. Because, like I said, if you let that emotional grief into yourself, absorb that grief time and again, time and again, time and again, nothing is going to move. You have to get over that. You should have the courage to override that emotional grief in order to find back some kind of result, fruition, success, for which you might get some kind of support in this project. So it can be that somebody could be starting a new business or could be planning on starting a new enterprise, could be starting a new plan on becoming an entrepreneur. It can be anything for anyone, right? But you will get some kind of a help in planning and action, in planning and taking action over that situation in your life that you really want for yourself at this point, Taurus. But like I said, hear the messages out loud and clear. The Nine of Swords in the reverse. Again, like I said, lot of grief, guilt trip, disappointment, bad stuff. Bad stuff in your head. Not going to help you guys. Why? Because the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse says, if you continue to do that, no result, no success. That's not going to help you. So you have to take a firm stand in your own life, Taurus, in order to deal with this grief, disappointment of your own emotional part of the story. Right? And if you can do that, success is guaranteed. But if you continue to sit in that depressive frame of mind, boom, no success, zero success. Nobody will come towards you. But if you want success, yes, you will get success. People will help you. Somebody will help you to free yourself and work yourself through in the rightful way. Okay. The world in the reverse says something that cycle is still on. The cycle is still on. It's not yet closed. Okay. The Four of Wands. So something about a stability factor in your life. Please talk to me about the Four of Wands. Yeah. So the old cycle is still on. That's what Spirit is saying. But you have to break open the old cycle. It's important for you to close the old cycle and break open the new cycle in your life. This is right here. And the choice will be yours. The choice will be yours. What path you take, what path you choose for yourself. If you choose the right path, you'll get the right success. If you choose the wrong way, boom, nothing, zero success. Why? Because the old cycle is still on. Okay? with regards to some kind of stability, domestic relationship, home, my money, your safety, your comfort zone, your security. Can be anything, okay? Which is where the Ace of Pentacle in the reverse says that you have not yet opened a new door for yourself. Or maybe for some, you had an opportunity before to do something new over this situation and you had not done it. You had not taken that risk. You know what I mean? You had not taken that risk. And this is where the old cycle is still on, because if you have to open the new door, it'll be a new cycle. But since the old cycle is still on, that Ace of Pentacle is in the reverse. So there is still a block. And there is still going to be a lot of difficulties at this point for you to open the new cycle. So you have to choose your way very carefully, Taurus, what you want. If you choose your wrong cycle, again, the wrong cycle will continue and you will get no result. But if you choose the right cycle, then you will get the result. So you have an option here, which cycle in your life you want to stay with and which cycle of your life you want to close. Okay? The Sun in the reverse says that you're feeling under the weather about this situation, which is where you haven't yet thrown a light over the situation. You're keeping it under covers. Why? Because Temperance in the reverse says you still have not found that balance, emotional balance in yourself. That's the old cycle. So in order for you to begin a new cycle, Taurus, and I'll repeat this because it's an important message coming for you. In order to begin the new cycle in your life, you will have to throw light over a situation that you have not thrown a light, because emotionally you are feeling out of balance, not finding peace within yourself. That's where the old cycle. So if you continue to be in this frame of mind with the Nine of Swords in the reverse, you will not be able to close the old cycle. No result. Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. You won't get a result, because if you are trying to close the old cycle and begin a new cycle, you have to change your mental aptitude. That's what the message here is. Okay. The Six of Wands, victory, joy, success in life. Very important for you at this point. You want it all and it's there for you. It's there, but you have to work your energies right to get that success, right? Which is where the Three of Pentacles says you have to start working on your success story. It's important. It's important. You have to start. Please talk to me about the Three of Pentacles. You have to start building your karma. You have to start building your karma back again. Okay? All right. So let's see the messages out here. So Six of Wands, joy, success, victory, everything is in your hands. It's there. Okay? It's there. Provided you work for it. Provided you're ready to build that success back in your life. Provided you are able to take that risk. You have to be a risk taker. You have to do this. There will be risk, there will be obstacles, there will be stumbling blocks in expansion towards your success, but you have to keep working over that story. Okay? The Two of Swords says a stalemate energy is prevalent. So you can get caught up. When you're working towards it, when you're trying to expand, then all of a sudden, boom, you're like, no, I don't want to do it. Forget it. I'm too caught up in a lot of things. It's stalemate energy. I can't really divert my attention to one particular thing. So there is a chance of you getting caught up in that stalemate where you just don't want to, you want to ignore things, you don't want to see through things, you don't want to take actions over those situations, right? Which is where the Knight of Cups says, no, don't do that. If you want your happiness, if you want to move forward, if you want to fill your cup with love, joy, happiness, then you have to take action. If you sit in a stalemate energy, ignoring situations in your life, then again, you won't get any results. So you have to act on your emotions. You have to act on your sentiment. And what is that? The Five of Pentacles, right? So you have to act over your own feeling of spiritual, emotional, financial depression. This is a depression, a victim mentality. So you could be caught up in that victim mentality, Taurus. So you have to be very careful. So whenever you feel that situation is creating that sense of victim mentality, oh, I can't do it. Oh, I know nobody's going to help me. Oh, I know nothing is going to happen. Oh, I know no miracles will happen. If you get caught up in that lack of mentality, victim mentality, then again, zero result. Zero result. So you have to act over your emotions, should be able to overcome this victim mentality. Your emotional sentiment should be to get over that victim mentality and get going, no matter what. Justice in the reverse says it's time for you to take accountability of your own actions in life, because this is where you haven't done your homework. You haven't done your justice. You haven't done justice either to yourself or to a situation in life because you have not taken accountability for your action. But Star Upright says it's time. It's time to keep your hope, faith, and purpose alive. That something good will happen if you can take action over this victim mentality in your life and take accountability for your own happiness, for your own energy, for your own well-being in life. Very important message, guys. Devil in the reverse. I told you about it, the story, right? Attachment to toxicity. That's where you have to let it go. Star says, it's time for you to bring justice back in your life in any shape and form. But you have to keep your faith, your purpose alive and keep working towards that. Because knowing that you have your faith and purpose in life, you will be able to take accountability for your actions and you will be able to bring justice back into your life, because you know that there has been a lot of injustice that has happened in your life, Taurus. So relieve yourself, free yourself from any kind of toxicity, the Ten of Swords, which is giving you a lot of problems. Just talk to me about the Ten of Swords, which is giving you a lot of problems. You're not feeling well. Some of you could be going through a lot of body pain, body ache, mental torture. It can be anything. Not sleeping well in the night. It can be anything for anyone. Okay? So this is where you have to release yourself from all kinds of toxicity in your life that you have been unfortunately attached with or to. okay, attached with or to. The Page of Cups in the reverse. You had the Page of Cups in here somewhere. Oh no, that's, I think, yeah, this is where. Okay, Page of Cups in the reverse says again there is a block to your emotions. You're not being emotionally matured enough to think that way. You see? That you can override. Remember, I said the Knight of Cups? That you can override this mental state of affairs. That feeling low, the lack of victim mentality, that feeling that you don't have much in your pocket, you don't have any friends, you're alone, you have no comfort zone, you are, victim. I'm victimized. Everybody has done me wrong. That kind of a feeling. Injustice. That's your injustice to yourself, Taurus. Right? So this is where Star says, surrender that. Don't keep that situation in your life. Let it go. And, otherwise this toxicity will remain, the pain will remain, 10 of Swords, and you will remain emotionally unfulfilled and dissatisfied and immature. The Seven of Cups in the reverse. What are you immature about? Delusions. A lot of delusions. You know that, right? You have been emotionally matured. Why? Because you have been overthinking. You had too many options, too many choices. You did not know which is the right one. But at the same time, you had a lot of delusions about situations in your life. You were delusional, Taurus. Eight of Cups again. See the Eight of Cups. We started the reading. That sets the tone for the reading. I always say the first card out sets the tone for your reading. Eight of Cups. Spirit is saying, don't involve yourself in that delusion. The more delusional you are, the less results for you, Taurus. The more clouded you are, you won't get a situation right emotionally because you're very clouded. You don't know what is right. You don't know what is wrong, whether you should do this, whether you should have a clear mindset for you to walk away. Abandon that situation, guys. What do you abandon? The Nine of Swords in the reverse. Again, the Nine of Swords in the reverse. You see the repetition here? That I told you right in the beginning that if you continue to sit in that lack mentality, you won't get any result. This is exactly what Spirit is saying. Abandon that delusional state of affairs. Abandon this lack mentality that you have been caught up in and think clearly. The Hangman. Take your time. Pause. Reflect. Understand. Pause, reflect, understand your own situation. Don't hear what others are telling you. Hear yourself. I told you right in the beginning. Pause, reflect, analyze, be wise. The Ace of Wands. Because there is a new door opening for you. What do you want? Do you want to take on the new door? Or do you still prefer to sit in the old cycle? Choice will be yours, Taurus. But you definitely have some kind of guidance, aspiration, some kind of fire, very fiery energy coming towards you. So pause, reflect, understand, be wise. Let go of that delusion, let go of that lack mentality that you have been caught up in, and think about something new in your life. That also can be it. Okay. The Three of Pentacles in the reverse. Why? Because there is no teamwork, like I told you in the beginning. You feel all alone, claustrophobic. Nobody to help you. No one to run your daily chores at home, at work. feeling very, very frustrated, weak, because you're having to drain your energies trying to complete everything in your life. With the Three of Cups in the reverse says, there could be a third party involved in your life in this situation here who are not giving you enough support, right? It could be strangers, friends, relatives. It can be anybody. There could be an involvement of people who are not happy by themselves and who don't want to make you happy, who are not contributing to your happiness, who are not a part of your team. Can be anybody in your life, can be anything in your life, can be any situation in your life. But yes, there could be that you're working with other people and they are not there to help you. Can be there too. It can be that situation too. The Four of Swords in the reverse says, again, you're feeling very, it's a learning lesson, right? But it's a guilt that you're feeling guilty about, that you have probably involved yourself with people who are not there to help you and have left you to do your chores by yourself or run your business by yourself, having left you, in the cold. You're not being able to rest. There is something that's haunting you about this situation here. The Two of Pentacles says, Spirit says, it's time to refocus. It's time to prioritize. It's time to bring back your balance of well-being in your own life. Because again, this whole thing is all about your own understanding, your own wisdom. What is right for you, what is wrong for you, what you want, what you don't want to keep with you. Do you want to still keep that old cycle on? Do you want to open a new cycle in your life? So the choice will be yours. Spirit is giving you that choice, right? How you do it. How do you balance your well-being? What do you do? Because again, if you are concentrating on the old situation here or on a situation that hasn't been happy for you, where you haven't found a teamwork, you haven't found good people, you haven't found the right person or the right people, it's not going to bring you result. That means you're pushing yourself back into that old cycle. Repenting, regretting, feeling restless. Why did I do it? I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have employed those people. I shouldn't have engaged with those people. It can be anything for anyone. But don't do it. That's what Spirit is saying. Rather, focus on your own well-being. The Moon says, you could be a little bit skeptical. Subconsciously, you're not clear about the situation, how you do it. You're not understanding it. You're not gathering the facts. You know you want your well-being, Taurus, but you don't know how to do it, right? You're a little bit entangled. Please talk to me about the Moon in your own sense of well-being, because you have got a lot in the mind at this point. So your mind could be playing tricks on you, right? Your mind could be playing tricks on you, telling you, oh no, there is no well-being. You have to keep doing what you're doing, right? So you could be subconsciously feeling a little bit jeopardized. How do I do it? The answer is right here. The Four of Cups in the reverse. Let go of your stubborn emotional energy. Boom. That's the story I told you right here. Four of Swords in the reverse. If you keep harping and thinking and rethinking on the old situation, oh, why did I do it? Where did I go wrong? I shouldn't have done that. I should have done this instead. But regret, despair, guilt, restlessness will be catching up with you the more energy you put into that situation. But if you are really for yourself, Taurus, if you really feel that things need to change, things need to work in a different way, you need to feel happy, and yet that sense of conscious, subconscious energy is telling you you don't know how to do it. How do I feel happy? How do I feel good? How do I feel that there is a sense of well-being within me? Answer is right here. Four of Cups in the reverse. Let go of your stubborn energies. Seven of Swords in the reverse says time to clear your logical thoughts and emotional thoughts. Time to let go of your old stubborn energy where you had been stuck with a sense of stubbornness, apathy. It's not going to help you. If you want to really feel good about yourself, Taurus, then yes, the answer for you is right here. You need to wash away the old stubborn energy of emotions that you had been holding in yourself and clear your logical sense, or else you will end up deceiving your own self. Don't deceive yourself with what has not gone right, what could have gone right. Where did I go wrong? Why did others do this to me? Victim mentality. Not going to help you. You want proper things for yourself? Follow the direction from the spirit world. Okay. Page of Cups, here again. Emotional maturity, happiness, fulfillment. Something that makes you feel happy. Five of Swords says you're holding on to something with a white knuckle grip. Again, very rigid mentality here towards a situation. Maybe you don't want to feel happy. You don't want to be emotionally happy. Right? You don't want to be emotionally happy. You don't want to be emotionally mature. Why? Because you mentally have a white knuckle grip over the situation. Oh, I don't have the right to be happy. Oh, I don't have the right to be emotionally matured. I will not accept it. I will fight the situation. Maybe somebody is coming forward and giving you something. You're like, no, I don't want it. Why? Because you have a white knuckle grip. You don't believe that person. You don't believe in that emotion. You don't believe that somebody can make you happy or that you have the right to be happy. So you're fighting that off. It's a white knuckle grip, rigid mentality over this situation where somebody is trying to help you, apologize, give you something good, make you happy, and you're like, I don't want it. Fool in the reverse says, don't do that. That's foolish. That's foolish. Right? Don't be so reckless, so impulsive that you take a foolish call on this situation when somebody isn't actually trying to help you or emotionally make you happy, and you are like fighting that situation. You're like, no, that's wrong. That I don't trust that person. I don't trust anything that person is telling me, and I don't want to accept that offer. That's foolish. Fool in the reverse. Again, Four of Wands repeats itself, right? Four of Wands, Six of Swords. Please talk to me about this situation here. So again, a stability factor, domestic happiness, anything that concerns your comfort, as I said. So if somebody, what Spirit is saying, guys, is if somebody is giving you something or is coming forward to offer you some kind of emotional help, where that person could be emotionally mature, take it. Don't fight that situation. Because if you fight that situation, you will be a fool. You will not get any success. You will go in the wrong direction. again in your life if you fight that situation. So if you're getting some friend, if you're getting somebody who wants to help you, if you're finding somebody who is there for you, take it. Don't let it go. Even if it's from a distance, can be anybody. Okay, so here it is, the story right here, guys. The Four of Wands, right? Again, we talked about stability, we talked about fundamental comfort zone, anything that concerns your material well-being, right? Six of Swords says it's time that you're carrying a lot of baggage from that situation in yourself. That baggage is still there. It's time to offload that baggage. It's time to move past some situation that has caused you grief, harm, damage. Those could be the baggages you're attached to in a negative way, as I told you right here. That can be the wrong attachment you had been attached with. It's time to move away from any kind of wrong attachment that's coming down or stemming from your root stability factor. To the Five of Wands. But there could be a lot of, if you do that, you could be facing a lot of argument, a petty conflict. So if you try to offload and tell some people that the truth that you want to say that concerns your material well-being in life, you could be facing a group of immoral people who could be in your way. The Five of Wands. They could be arguing about the situation. You could be facing a lot of argument at this point. If you try to convince others of what you think is right. Ten of Cups in the reverse says, and you will find no satisfaction. There will be a complete loss of satisfaction from this situation of people who are by themselves not good people. And they don't mean good for you. They don't want happiness in your life. So they could be fighting with you all the time over a particular situation that can cause a lot of disturbance in your happy zone. If you don't have one. At this point, it can get worse. Right? The Four of Pentacles says, think about it, analyze. You're still sitting there. You're still not taking action. But if you want to take action, the Four of Pentacles says, think before you act. So internalize. Try to regroup yourself. Try to rejuvenate. Think what is right, what is wrong. The Eight of Swords in the reverse says, your perspective in life will change. But if you want a changed perspective of life, you have to think clearly, because like I said, it can be that for some of you, you have tried doing this before, telling people what is not right, and you have got into an argument, bickering, fight, conflict over that situation, where you try to prove your point, and the other person says, you're wrong, you are to be blamed, I'm in the right, and so on and so forth. Immoral people, people with no integrity, people who don't have any good wishes for you. They don't want you to be happy. So now the question is, Taurus, do you want to be happy? Do you want to regroup yourself? Do you want to understand things better? Do you want to feel better within yourself? If so, take time. Analyze, reanalyze. What is working for you? What is not working for you? Where is the thing that you want to work for? What is the thing you don't want to work for anymore in your life? Here it is, the World upright. How do you close the old cycle, as I told you right there? So if you want to close the old cycle, you have to really work towards that understanding. The Eight of Swords in the reverse says, only then you will get the right perspective towards the close. What is going to work for you? What is not going to work for you? Where do you put in the energy? Where do you not put in the energy? Who are the people who are important to you? Who are those people who are not important for you? What is your priority? What is not your priority? Who are your real friends? Who are not your real friends? Who are those people who are just there to fight with you, argue with you, and yet bring no happiness in your life? And yet, they are there in your life. So here it is. The story is right in front of you guys. And you saw me telling you the story right from the time we started the reading. So if you have to close the old cycle, Taurus, change your perspective. Very, very important. Only then you will realize what is working for you and what is not working for you anymore. The King of Pentacles, be back in the game. With the Ace of Cups in the reverse, right? Where you have lost out on a lot of good emotional part of the story. Right? Where you had that before, but you couldn't grasp it. You couldn't take it. So you lost out on that. Here is a story. You know that, but you want to bring it back. The King of Pentacles upright says you're getting back your confidence. Then whatever you have lost because of your mistakes, your thinking, your wrong attachment, you can definitely bring it back. Six of Wands, right there. Repeat it. Joy, victory will become a part of your life. Once again. Why? The Three of Swords in the reverse. Why? Because you have learned your lesson. The King of Cups in the reverse. That not everything in life can be emotionally manipulated. You cannot emotionally manipulate every situation in your life. You have to be for real. You have to be for real when you have to open your heart in the rightful way and not try to emotionally manipulate situations in your life. That's not going to give you your Ace of Cups. You have learned your lesson. So this is where you have to bring back your own victory, where you have to open back your heart in the rightful way, without any bad intentions, without deceiving yourself, without any stubborn energy that you have been holding. Clear your thoughts, clear your old stubborn energy. The white knuckle grip, where you refused to take any kind of an offer, emotional offer of happiness from somebody in your life, where you perhaps will realize, for some, or are realizing, it's a foolish thing to have been, that you have been doing. So yes, you can definitely override the situation where you have made a big mistake trying to be emotionally manipulative and got caught up in your own negative situation in life. So work towards this energy. It will bring you back your success, your happiness, your joy, provided you know where you have gone wrong, Taurus. Enjoy this reading until I see you once again. Till then, goodbye, God bless, Khuda Hafiz, and Namaste.